Hiya! Welcome. It is finally time for me to start what I said I would do, and that is the tutorial. For those asking, I said back when I mostly only did Vintagestory streams that I would do a tutorial. So this is the first part of the tutorial, section 0. If you're asking why section 0, well, before you play the game and need my help in that, you should probably firstly know how to even get the game. And sadly, Vintagestory isn't on Steam, but the maker of Vintagestory also has a reason for that. So, how do you get Vintagestory? Well, to get started, you will need to go on your browser. That can be, I think, every browser. I tried it on DuckDuckGo, I tried it on Chrome. Okay, now that you have found yourself in your browser, the first thing you have to search for is Vintagestory. So let's do that. Just put it up here, or depending on what kind of browser you use, down here where Google is, and then you just hit enter, of course. Now, after you wrote Vintagestory, the next thing you do is go on the official Vintagestory website, which is this one. I will also leave a link to the official site down below, so you can just click on that and don't have to search. Now, once we are here, we have the main site where you have everything already laid out. Over here you could quickly buy your game over here, which would be a single game account. Over here you can also buy giftable game accounts, family packs with 4 accounts, a supporter add-on, which does give you just a golden name tag and a forum title, which is kind of interesting, but this is of course just to support. Now over here you have the server hosting if you want to have the server not hosted by yourself but by the game owner, and that is 10 euros per 30 days. And this is the original soundtrack where you can just name your price. By the way, I would say the original soundtrack is definitely worth at least a tenner. Okay, now you click on the game account, of course, add to cart, review and checkout. Here you will enter the game. So this is if you already bought the game. So over here you add your address and the password to your game account. So once you have bought it, this is where you add it and sign in. But if you want to buy it, you have to go to continue as a new member. So you click on it and then you will be confronted with this page. Now in the first thing you will have to enter your display name, so the name you want to have in the game. So let's say that is, and then you add your address. I'm not clicking on it, I don't know if it will show mine. Then you will write the password you want your account to have, the one we will have to add in the other side. Then you confirm your password. Then you add your legal first and last name and the billing address and so on. You don't have to actually add your actual name in there. You can add everything in there. So you just fill this out. Of course have to show that you are not a robot. Then you will have to go to agree with the terms of service. Once you filled it out, don't worry why I have added the White House's information. I just did. So once you have done this, you will be taken to this, where you can add a coupon code if you wanted to. Now, down here you will say whatever kind of way you want to pay, for example, PayPal, credit card, where you have to enter your credit card information, and then regional stuff. Then you will have to go agree to terms and conditions. You can read up on them if you want to. And then you just place order, and then over here, now that I have added PayPal, it will ask me for PayPal. Now after you paid for it, you will get an email asking if you wanted the account, and having, as far as I remember, also the information for the account. So what do you do after you bought the game? Well, you go to over here. This is the client area that was up here. So you go on it, and then you will have this site where you have to add your email address, the password you gave in, say you're not a robot, and then you sign in. Once you have signed in, you will be over here, but you will be signed in, of course. And then you will be able to just launch the game. Now, once you launch the game, it will ask you again for your account. This is just so you are logged in on the forum, which you technically don't need to do. You can also not do that, but then you won't have your account over here and won't be able to ask questions, because you can ask questions on the forum. So basically, once you open the game, it will ask you for your email address and password. You will just put that in, and then it will just work. Meaning it will look like, once the game opens. Now, of course, I'm not logged out, so it's just like this, but you can log out technically. But this will be just brown, and then you will have a slit where it says email and password. You put it in, you say that you are a player, and basically it will look like this. And then once you are here, you're golden. You can, down here of course, always click on these links. They will bring you to, for example, the forums. Over here we of course have settings, which are quite extensive. You of course have the mod manager, the credits, which are very long. There are even more credits. Great. And then you of course can just go to, don't worry about that crop stuff. You can just go to single player, say create new world, or open saves folder, and then look at world. And then you will have it. You will have done it. Got yourself a game account, and also will have got everything set up to just play. And that's it. Now, do know, for those asking, this website only does, well, the actual website only does iOS and Windows and basically big known systems. Things like Linux, you will have to look on other websites. I think the Hub one actually lets you do that there. But yeah, I hope this all helped. I hope you all can now play if you want to play, because getting an account can be quite hard. I hope you all are ready for when the new update comes out, me making actual game tutorials. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope this helped you all. And yes, Have a great day. Bye. I'm invisible. Wrong way around.